Last we met, the party of Ashenborn had managed to vanquish a lunar revenant of the shattering moon. And this effort was not something that was formulated by your party alone, but was a collection of minds of strategy that your patron, Lord Ghat'Rahg, had brought together at his chateau. You guys had met with one of the priests of the Radiant Order, a Knight of the Grey Templar, a captain of the Waterfront District. Each of them providing ways and strategies to deal with luring, suppressing, and assaulting this revenant. And you all were incredibly successful in your own individual efforts, thus causing many, many days and many nights with no instances of scourge-born monsters, no eldritch moons to be seen. It has now been a couple weeks, and you all have been able to get your bearings a little bit more. You've had some peacetime. You've been able to venture throughout not just the Paterna district, but maybe even the Ruby district from time to time. You notice that the walls are no longer being patrolled by the Radiant Watch. The district-to-district lockdown has ceased. You're able to even acquire some much-needed upgrades with the help of Grendeloc's bounty that he provided your party post-vanquish of this revenant. But it has now been 16 days, and the moon, for the first time since that fateful night, you start to notice its shade changing. One night it's slightly violet, and then you hear whispers and rumors of people in the Ruby district in particular being very frightful of a curse that has come back. Luyarnha thought they were done. Another night comes, and that moon grows a deeper shade of indigo. And on this night, eventually you all have made it back to your current homestead at the Chateau Elysium. And you're enjoying the lulls and that come from the rumbles of thunder and rain cascading upon your windows and the city around you. Whereas before, when a storm would come, danger was guaranteed. But it's been a long time, and it's quite calming, to be honest, to hear rain without that context. Ghat'Rahg, you have, ever since you've laid your eyes on the changing nature of this moon for the first time in a few weeks, each night so far has been leaving you more and more restless. You find yourself in the middle of this storm, just kind of pacing around the chateau, around Grendeloc's manor, trying to find something for you to put your mind at ease. And you hear a distant, not quite an argument, but you hear just like the voice of a mannequin at the front doors of this chamber, of this manor, arguing with someone at this late of an hour. It's like well past midnight. And you hear the voice of C9.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but The masters have all ventured onto their beds and have made it in for the night. If you truly need to speak with them, I implore that you come back at an earlier time on the morrow. Is it so bad for you to wait a little bit longer?
And then you hear, like, more pressing, like, urgency coming from the other side of this door. What are you doing?
If I'm up at this hour and, on my 2 feet nearby, I think I maybe wander up towards the individual speaking to the person at the door, and maybe I linger 6 feet behind them, and just look to see if what their face maybe resembles, and if it to see maybe if the situation might escalate, and if I see that I can jump in to sort of smooth out the situation, I would. So maybe I linger 6 feet behind them. So I guess what I would do is maybe walk up and maybe give a quick once-over on the individual at the door.
Tyler, why don't you describe who he sees, what your demeanor is. You are having this conversation and you're arguing with a humanoid construct. These are known as mannequins, creatures who have usually a singular designation. You can think of this as like a robot butler. And just past him you see an individual kind of clocking this engagement and looking both back at you and at this mannequin. What does he see?
A very bulky figure, just heavy armor, white set, got a long tattered cloak, kind of wide face too, long beard, long hair, kind of streaks of silver, dark, and yeah, you just see a lot of dents and scratches and scars across his face. And yeah, I guess I'm talking to what is it called?
A mannequin, yeah.
Lord Thomokrin. He sent me directly from the Ruby District. It's an urgent matter.
And I understand that the district is in disarray and lockdown. Is there something that I may be able to pass along to my master instead?
I see him?
Yeah, you see him.
You! Can I speak to you? It's urgent.
Oh, Master Ghat'Rahg, I was not aware of your carousal. Have you been up for a long time? Poor choice of words.
Oh, I've been up. I've been up for a while. We're aroused. Everybody upstairs. All around. The big bed upstairs.
Yeah, big bed.
Are you programmed for?
I walked into that one. Anyway.
Yeah, just enjoying the relative peace. I see that just up, languishing the peace. Also tracking the lunar cycle. I see that it's shifting slightly once again.
The mannequin peers forward, just past the edge of the doorway.
I see that it has. Perhaps that is something for us to discuss in the morning, unless this seems to be urgent for you.
The moon, not so much. This individual at the door does raise an eyebrow.
Are you nearby?
I'm 6 feet behind the mannequin. Sir, you're from the Ruby District? Is that what I heard?
That's correct. And I must say, your peace, it's temporary.
Okay. Do you come with a message?
Yes. My patron, Lord Thomokrin, he sent me to deliver a message and find someone to aid us in the Ruby District. This scourge seems to be spreading quite rapidly. They're talking about lockdowns. I believe, as we speak, they're quarantining the entire district.
Okay, this is definitely news to me. I mean, we've been enjoying the lack of a lockdown between districts. I mean, it's been relative peace for the last 2 weeks. We've been able to migrate here and there, and it's been quite pleasurable. In contrast to the previous weeks that we've all been here. What seems to be spreading?
We're not sure, but it seems to be similar to what we saw previously. However, it's driving people mad. Almost violent.
Okay. I mean, at this hour, is he requesting aid, or can it indeed wait till morn, or is it urgent?
What would it be?
I would say the tone of Raywolt was, to him, of utmost importance. But, as your character would know, importance to him is typically a selfish matter.
Yep.
So it's however you want to interpret that intent.
It's important, but I suppose it can wait till morning. We could all use some rest. There's nothing wrong with that. It took me a while to get here, and I could use some rest myself, but it would be nice to know that I could at least depend on you. I know your type. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't serious.
I speak for all in the one large bed upstairs, but we're all... I think we'd all be eager to help. I mean, we all see our stay here as temporary. We all have our own, I guess, at risk of divulging too much, but we see our stay here at this place in Luyarnha as a temporary stay. But yeah, I suppose 2 weeks of peace we may have enjoyed, but another task I think we would all relish. There's only one occupied room that I'm aware of upstairs, so if you need a place to stay, I'm sure C9 could accommodate you.
If it is the Master's will, then you're more than welcome to stay.
We do have a pull-out couch.
That's right. There is a Murphy bed. There's a Murphy bed next to the large double king.
Yes.
That we have.
All seven of us share.
8.
Now 8.
There's extra beds right there.
There are actually extra beds, but everyone stays in one master bed.
Yes, there are many twin mattresses.
We could
But we find no use for them.
We can set some twins beside the big bed.
To add width.
Yes. Listen, economies.
I will find a place to stay. But is there a place that we could meet on the morrow?
Yes, I mean, you mentioned this Thromokrin individual. Should we meet at his residence in the Ruby District at dawn's light?
At this point, you hear some footsteps from behind you, and it sounds like you heard a door shut from the basement. And coming up, you see, wiping his eyes and moving his goggles up, Felix walks up. I got an alert that mannequins are up. Oh, hello. You guys know each other?
Just an acquaintance. This individual just knocked on the door not 5 minutes ago.
Hi, I'm Felix. I'm the mechanic, the alchemist, the fabricator of the master's mannequins. Are you needing a place to stay for the night?
I should be fine.
Okay, well, I think there's a few guest rooms, or I'm sure they have some room up in their suite.
We did put 2 California Kings next to each other. There's really not much more space in our room. But there are other rooms.
How far is the Ruby District? Like, how far is where I came from?
I mean, you were on foot. It took you about 40 minutes to walk over.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was like a day.
No.
Okay. Sure. I'll.
Great. We'll figure out accommodations in the morning. All right. I just want to make sure that there wasn't like a break-in and we had to figure some shit out. Okay. I'm gonna go back to bed. You guys have a good night. Yeah, this is all above board. Wow, it is so late. And he hobbles back to the basement.
Sir, your name?
Alric. And you?
I am Ghat'Rahg. Do you need any accommodations before we cease this meeting?
I should be all set. Just show me where I can lay down my head. And I pull out like a pouch and I say, "Here, a retainer." And I give it to you.
I hand it to C9 and I say, he'll tell you where to go. And I go upstairs.
Oh, well, you may want to see how much he has provided.
And he shows you the purse of 300 gold pieces as a retainer.
C9, you've been good to us, buddy.
I say, C9, you earned this one.
Oh, money means nothing to me. In fact, at most, I could probably eat it as fuel. It really would more benefit you.
Give it to Grendeloff for our next song.
Of course.
And he takes a he opens like his chest cavity, and you see like several other tools and other pieces of magically imbued items in there, and shoves the purse in, closes his chest cavity.
I am curious what other medical items
Yeah.
I may have witnessed.
Make a perception check or an arcana check.
You see a broom of flying. Oh,
23.
Way to go.
23 for
Arcana.
Arcana. Okay. You see, like the upper row. If you have seen Internal Body movie, it's a cartoon about a guy
Inside
who's
Out?
sick. No,
Osmosis Jones.
Osmosis Jones.
Boom!
Got him!
Bill Murray.
So if you remember Drix when he like
Never seen the movie.
okay, well,
That reference is lost.
Osmosis Jones, don't know it.
I know Bill Murray's the voice of the cartoon guy.
Yeah. Well, he's an actual character.
It starts in real person.
Yeah, it's like the Roger Rabbit movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Framed Roger.
Yeah. Who cooked Roger?
Who shot and killed him?
The assassination of Roger Rabbit by the coward Mickey Mouse.
So on like you see like 3 rows of items in his chest cavity, and like the upper row is a bunch of vials similar to that, like what you would see like the potions or like the oil of Etherealness being held in. Just a bunch of them. So you can assume moderate to low level magic is kept in vials there. You don't spot anything that you have seen outside of healing potions yet. I mean, you really haven't had much opportunity to see a variety of potions, but nonetheless, you see those. You see some other tools, maybe like some spare parts and tools for repair for himself, for repair for other mannequins' use, or even Felix's use, so probably akin to like alchemist tools and thieves' tools, smith's tools, things of that nature. And then you spot like in these glass containers a couple violet stones of various sizes.
C9. Before you shut that, I know I did just faithfully entrust you with that money. I'm curious about those violet orbs. within your chest. What are those?
Oh, yes. Felix has been very careful to have his supply of delirium spread throughout the mannequins as well as his own cache in the basement in case of emergencies. As I'm sure you are aware at this point, delirium, though dangerous as it may be to a humanoid such as yourself, us mannequins are unaffected by its magical properties. So he seems it to be rather safe for us to hold until he needs to use it for imbuments or other boons that he likes to experiment with.
I know its power, and I point to my ashen hand. Say, could you part with one of the ethereal oil vials that you have within your chest there?
Make a persuasion check.
Against a robot? Something that has no heart.
Oh, a natural
That's
one.
against a robot.
Damn. Fuck me.
Well, I'm sorry if I owned anything that they would all be available to you. Unfortunately, none of these items that I carry are mine. So I will have to leave you to ask Felix if he would like to have me give up some of my own personal cash.
Thank you. Good night.
Hey, C9, I think I left my keys in your chest cavity. Could you open it back up again?
I don't want to have to call an Uber.
Yeah. They're so expensive.
They're so expensive. I don't want to have to call a broom flying Uber to. All right. Well, just so I know what you're doing, you are coming inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Well, you step inside. You knock this rain off of your coat, and you see rather grand narthex that splits off into two different corridors. One that leads into a major entryway, or not an entryway, excuse me, a major living room with a wide dining table and this 12-foot by 12-foot fireplace right in the dead center of this living quarters. Off to the right, you see a corridor that is leading to the kitchen. And if you were to head and follow Ghat'Rahg, he would lead you up to these dual staircases that go up to a catwalk leading to various rooms. And yeah, Ghat'Rahg, where would you suggest he goes? There would be a guest room here. If you don't feel you're comfortable having him in your guys' suite, he can be elsewhere.
I would, metagame, I would have thought that C9 would have walked him to the accommodations, I'll just say as C9 exits, I'll say, C9, I'll bring Ulric to 2A, upstairs across from the master.
Sure.
Okay. And then I proceed to walk upstairs, and I just motion Ulric. There's your room. Bathroom's down the hall. The robots provide breakfast. See you at dawn.
Have a restful night, masters.
And he walks off. You do your best to get a somewhat reasonable night's sleep, as it has been a few nights of restlessness. And you, Ulric, you see in this guest room a very accommodating space. You see a well-made, you assume a queen-size bed, probably, and table with a variety of books and quills with ink next to them. There's a bookshelf with other tomes and a table there. You see a tapestry of the Chateau Elysium crest on it. It would have been something that you had clocked on your way approaching as you passed through the Elysium gates. And a candle at the opposite end table. It's not a torch, but it is a candle attached to the wall there on the opposite end of the bed. But is there anything you'd like to do before taking a rest?
I think I just as soon as the door is closed, I just look around at sort of the intricate nature of the room, and I just kind of say to myself, pompous soul stealers, and I just like drop my shield on the floor and walk to the bed. And I just like cash. I just don't really care about this room really, or the nature of it and all that stuff. So.
For sure. The morning sun breaks across the horizon, and shadows of the buildings around you begin to push through into each of your respective suites, windows, and the storm has largely subsided, though there is a bit of like a light drizzle, light trickling of rain and mist. A fairly heavy fog if you were to look outside and see on the streets of Luyarnha, especially in this district. And as you all arise and get yourselves ready for the day, mannequins already providing and bringing to each of your rooms breakfast and coffee or tea for the morning. For whatever characters are curious, give me a perception check.
I'm not that curious, to be honest.
Seth, do you need dice?
I do it. Thank
Here you go, brother.
Fail.
What did you get?
2 plus whatever my... Pulling up my stats.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dense fog. There's not a whole lot of people walking around.
I got 17.
17?
Yeah.
You look in the far distance of the walls where Paterna and Ruby meet, and you see a dense patrol of the Radiant Watch walking back and forth. However, Alric, Ghat'Rahg, you guys want to meet in the morning, whether you meet at the guest room or you meet at the suites. You guys congregate into maybe the main room if you want to have like one private conversation. But at this rate, you guys are all together. And Issa, Oren, Chengis, you see an individual, a new person, very much exuding an aura of strength and mystery.
Can we get a race trick?
Yeah, roll insight.
I'm just curious.
I mean, human, generally speaking. You don't really see any other features like sharp ears or squatter stature. I mean, how tall would you say you are?
Pretty tall. I'm like the Warhammer character.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm kind of visualizing.
Yeah.
Just in fantasy.
Just massive,
Space
taller.
Marine?
Yeah, Space
Marine.
Marine.
Space Marine, exactly. Maybe not that extreme, but
Yeah. Yeah, he steps through. I assume you're not like necessarily in your full garb and armor and such, but
Ghat'Rahg, is that the glass of the tall glass of water you were talking about earlier?
So we're all in like the commissary, basically.
yeah.
Yes, Ulrich.
I don't know which guy.
Ulrich. This is Issa, Ulrich, Chengis, Dakaran.
As he says Dakaran, he points to this dark-feathered Arikakra. Next to him is a short bow and several daggers.
what is that?
A bird folk.
Okay.
Yeah. Like eagle face or
That's
raven-esque face. No, so
Dakaran is Cade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
so yeah.
Got it.
Issa, Oren, Chengis. Who does he see?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Dakaran, Draco, and Oren.
I am Oren.
And I also shout out Mist.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I am Warren.
I'll let them describe themselves, but the absent players. So Kate is the Arikakra, Dakaran. Draco is a dragonborn, a brass dragonborn, very fitting. And Mist is as Luke describes, a funny-looking tiefling.
I can actually visualize that. It works.
He has sharp features. I think it was like square face, square nose, sharp features, generally funny looking, and not hairy like a werewolf hairy, but he just has apparently an abundance of hair on
He's
him.
going for Tumnus vibes.
Tumnus vibes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I guess we'll go clockwise. Issa.
I'm Issa Glain. Issa is halfling. She typically wears pretty like colorful, threadbare robes. And yeah, she has a pretty distinguished gemstone that hangs from her neck. But yeah.
Hi there, laddie. My name is Oren Galeharty. I'm a storm giant with sort of a blue-gray complexion. And I got my start as a sailor on the high seas of Ragewake.
Ragewake, yep.
Sort of privateering another business I won't mention. But yes, as you can see, I've recently picked up this butcher's cleaver, which has become quite handy in battle. Pleasure to meet ye.
And Chengis, how would you describe yourself?
Oh, what's up, man? I'm like,
Chengis?
yeah. Chengis.
Spelled exactly how you think.
Chengis Cheng.
USIS. It's both.
Alright.
I'm an Asimar, and I'm from an ethereal realm. I kind of got like bluish, kind of shimmering skin, rather humanoid looking.
We're all just varying shades of blue.
Everyone is zooming.
We're all just blue. we're standing in like a perfect gradient right now, of white to blue.
Is there anybody here that resembles a human?
I mean, a short.
I'm a half giant, and I'm like gray and I'm like
giant.
gray and silver, basically.
So put those two together.
A giant, a half giant.
They're both half giants.
Oh, okay.
What is the other half? Storm? Yeah!
Wait, what does that mean though? A half giant? Just
Half giant's
half
like-
the size of a normal giant?
It just means like
You're half human, half giant.
Your bloodline is half human. Yeah.
Yeah, it's halfway between.
Says on my character sheet, I'm a Goliath barbarian.
A what? She?
I don't know, Goliath barbarian.
But yeah, these are the individuals that
Full
you
giant.
see. Everyone, by and large, largely skeptical of you, but
Ulrich, before I divulge what makes us unique here in Luyarnha, why are you native to the Ruby District?
Yeah, I was born there.
Okay. I might not divulge why we're all here and how we're all here, but that does color our experience and our goals. And I'll leave it at that.
Do I know?
do you know?
Does my character know about?
You know of what they accomplished against the Lunar Revenant.
Okay.
And you know, you can probably assume why they're all at Chateau Elysium.
Okay.
We're all highly credentialed, and also we enjoy being with Holy.
Yeah. And we each come from somewhere.
That's not very helpful.
I'll even just say, like, as a native to Luyarnha, you haven't really seen these individuals before.
Yeah.
Bunch of fucking weirdos.
All right, and I guess to my brethren here, Ulric came to us last night requesting aid in the Ruby District. Apparently there's some urgent need for some fighting help regarding a scourge affecting that part of town. Can you go into detail as far as what's happening?
Just that there's a bit of a violent scourge and a mutation, and honestly, I don't really know much more about it. I know that my patron is, in a lot of ways, being blamed for this whole situation, but that's neither here nor there.
Tell us about your patron.
Your patron being Thromocrin?
Yes, yep.
Thromocrin. Can't say I've heard of that one.
What's his role in
surprises
Ruby
me.
District?
What is his role in the Ruby District?
Yeah.
I keep
So
referring to you.
yeah, that's fine. So Thomacrin is. I mean, you can kind of consider him as like a somewhat of a venture capitalist in the alchemist sphere, and has been largely helpful in how many different groups of alchemy and advancement in technology throughout Luyarnha has been. Various ways that mannequins have existed is probably because of him. Many ways that another group from the Newbridge district that you know very little of. You've heard of this like think tank kind of known as the Scions, people who have taken their knowledge of arcana and technology and fused it into one, but in not a very moral way. Which is why he surrounds himself by folk who can help uphold his persona.
Reputation. My patron is not necessarily a part of this. We know that you helped or were a part of the killing of the Lunar Revenant, and we believe that this may be another instance of that, and we could use your help.
Okay. And I guess I look back at the party and I say, potentially we're entering a new phase of the moon cycle here. I'd be curious to see how the scourge manifests. I know the shattering moon obviously dealt Revenant. That required us to fight and destroy, but I know that it also affected those individuals who we encountered at Carmel's greenhouse. I'd be curious to see what this scourge has been doing. Is Thromocrin expecting you? Is he expecting us?
Yes, we will be welcomed into the district. They are familiar with me, and they will let anyone pass who travel with me. And you will be well compensated.
Okay. It's much less of a factor for me, but I know it might be a motivating factor for those whom I share sleeping quarters with. I suppose as soon as we finish our meal here, depending on what the party has to say, that we should head out to the Ruby District.
It seems that every time we die, we end up back here. So, what's the risk anyway?
And that
He says
confirms.
that- oh, yeah.
That confirms.
I very much. Did I spoil?
No, it's
No, that's perfect.
Mhm. So after some
Kinda
time,
grin when I hear that.
oh yeah. So after some time of just finishing off your morning meal and getting yourselves ready to venture out into the city, you begin to walk beyond the gates of Elysium and begin to head towards the walls separating Paterna and Ruby. And there you see not only atop the wall several, maybe 8, 9, 10 different Radiant Watch militia standing there with their own armaments. There at the gate, one of them One of them steps forward, and you see he has on his right arm like this arm cannon, a weapon that, well, Dakarn has definitely seen its use before, and some of you may have seen these guards before, but you certainly, Ulrich, you certainly are aware of what they're capable of, and know that this is you are walking to these guards with trepidation and caution. What do you all say, or what do you say as the probably the one leading this party?
Do I know this particular fellow?
Yeah, you've seen him before. Pretty sure his name is Henry or Hank or something like that. And you've definitely seen him patrolling Ruby before.
Out of the way, Henry. We have a business with Thormakin. Personally sent. Let us through.
You and all of them?
Yes, this was per Thormakin's request. You should know this. Aren't you the City Watch?
I am the City Watch. You have to understand, we have to make sure that none of the whatever's been contained back there is being spread back. If you're confident, then I'm. That's not helping your case at all.
Sorry, that's allergies. I promise it's allergies.
Ignore her.
I'd be the last one to argue with your patrons, so open the gates. Calls up, and they begin to. You see two soldiers up top pull two levers at the same time and bringing these doors out to the side, and there you see Ulrich, you've seen the state that Ruby is in. The rest of you see this district like a ghost town. I mean, homes are disheveled and various trash and debris are strewn throughout the roads here. But oddly enough, that isn't the most concerning thing. You almost see, like, as when you enter, like a shimmering wall of light that is surrounding and encompassing all of this district. It kind of gives like this chromatic overlay of visual. It's really throwing off your sense of depth, really, of seeing like how far you can see into the city. And you step through, and the rest of you do the same, and this must have been some sort of ward, keeping things contained. And I need now all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. Whoa. Do you want to re-roll it, or I mean?
Depends.
Is it yeah. That's it. Let's go. Take it. Yeah, that's a lot better.
15.
I'm gonna use Tides of Chaos to take advantage.
Okay.
Oh my god! What the?
Dude.
What? I haven't rolled above 5.
Yeah, that's the last time you're gonna use my fucking dice, bro.
Okay, does that mean wild magic table?
Well, when I cast a spell.
When you cast a spell, got it. Okay. I'll just make this simple. Did anyone get above a 20?
Oh.
I got a 19.
Nice.
Ooh.
You, Ghat'Rahg, see everyone, including Ulrich, stepping into the city, and one by one vanish.
The people in this church have vanished?
Us? Yes.
Including Ulrich.
Including Ulrich. And almost like if you were to take another step, you might vanish too.
It appears that it's beyond a certain line.
Right. You don't see a line, you don't see a wall like you did when you entered the district, but they've disappeared.
So we're already in the district,
Mm-hmm.
but it appears that there's like an invisible line. I think like blood pressure immediately raises for me. And if I'm possibly, since I had the most communication with Ulric, I would have been possibly furthest ahead behind Ulric. And I think I would pause and I might like lift up both my hands and say, like if Issa's maybe next to me and I'm like, Issa, watch me as I take the next step here.
Is Issa gone too?
Issa, you hear, and you look around and you don't see Ghat'Rahg. In fact, the city, the rest of you see a shift of the city transforming into this undefined physical realm. The ground looks like purple smoke beneath you. All of the buildings transform into these biomasses, spherical biomasses, each with their own independent light source from within. You look behind and you see almost like this bluish gate, but there's no discernible runes. Like, this isn't something that was cast. And you are in somewhere else. But you did vaguely hear a muffled tone of Ghat'Rahg.
So I don't, but a muffled tone of Ghat'Rahg, or like just a muffled tone? Like, is it clear enough that I know that?
I would say, I mean, make an insight check.
Roll
Something shifty is afoot.
7. I think the insight's probably pretty low.
Ulrich, this is
8.
New to me as well.
This is new to you
Whoa.
as well.
Oh wow. Okay.
And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you probably all see Ulrich taking like a very defensive stance here. With an 8 insight, I mean, you hear a male's voice, but you also just don't see Ghat'Rahg.
I think I'm looking to Ulrich.
Do I see them?
You don't see any of the party. Everyone else who failed the wisdom saving throw sees each other. That was what I was
walk backwards.
You take a step back. You look around the wall. Everyone else is kind of just like, what are you doing? Just standing there? Just
Henry's looking at you as well.
yeah.
Does anything change when I walk backwards?
No. You kind of see that shimmering wall behind you.
Can I walk past the shimmering wall?
Henry there standing. All right, are you going to enter the district or not? I mean, we have to keep a close border. Close the border.
Did you not just see what just happened? Have you yourself walked not 4 feet into the district?
What are you talking about? You guys...
Do it! I do it!
Okay, and he steps through.
Is he now gone?
No, I'm sorry, he steps past the shimmering wall. Because he's in front of it.
You can see those inside it from the outside?
No? Yeah, so like how I was describing how you could barely see a little bit of, like, your depth was obscured.
Yeah.
That was because you were behind the shimmering wall.
Yeah.
And so was he. So he could see you between that. And then he steps through, now in parallel to you. What? Didn't your party just go on ahead?
Do you not notice what changes when you walk past that line?
What changed? I can see the greenhouse from here. I could see the fallen bell tower. What are you getting at?
I walked 3 feet towards the district, and I was shifted into another dimension. And I'm responsible. I'm one of the 7 responsible for destroying the lunar revenant.
No,
my credibility
in this region is off the charts.
The Radiant Order is aware of your accolades. But the evidence to me right now is that your party wandered off and left you behind. I don't know what else to tell you.
Did you not just see the 8 of us arrive here with your friend Alric?
Sure, maybe they ran off. What?
That was 15 seconds ago.
Where do you think they went? Do you know where you guys were heading? Do you know what building they went to? Maybe we can check that out.
You're from here. I'm not. What happened to me when I walked 3 feet in that direction?
Well, when you walked this way, I saw you stop, call out to somebody. Maybe you just took a long time to tie your shoes or something.
I implore you to walk 3 feet that way and tell me that nothing changes.
Just shut the gates. I'll be back. He calls back to his guards. He takes a few feet forward. Nothing. A few more feet. And then you see him vanish as well. And the rest of you see Henry step forward into this room. Holy shit! Where are we? Okay, hold on. I need to get the ring. Where's the wall? What have you done? Where are we?
Oh, hey, Henry, do you see Ghat'Rahg go anywhere? Or
He was right there! Hold on! And you see him running back in, and his body is repelled against this bluish wall.
He's repelled. Okay.
I think if I wait probably 2 or 3 minutes, and I see the other gate attendant, and I'm like, you might want to leave those gates closed. And then I walk into past the.
There you see Henry freaking out. I mean, he has his arm cannon cocked and loaded and pointing various
Thumbs out.
times at each member of your party, and also looking around at all of these terrifying eldritch masses around you all. And
wait, I'm dumb. He can see us?
Now we can.
Now
because I walked.
Yeah.
Oh,
back
okay.
there.
Okay. So we see him.
Now you
okay.
see him.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
And it almost seems like an endless sea of these structures. But at the dead center, just on the cusp of the horizon, there appears to be an obsidian obelisk with a burning red eye in the center of it.
Where is this?
Center from where you entered this space, and now you see an obelisk on, nearing the edge of the horizon. Probably the edge of the Ruby District.
Alric, I'm gonna be honest. Definitionally, this resembles nothing like a scourge that I've ever heard of. In fact, it kind of feels a little bit more like a trap you set us on.
I'm when he came through, Henry, I didn't even turn. I just sort of slowly took out my shield, slowly took out my greatsword, and I'm just kind of in shock.
Mm-hmm.
And you say that, and I don't know what's happening.
Maybe not a trap as much as some convergence, like an ethereal invasion of a sense. But one realm has collided into another, and we found maybe the source of the scourge.
Sounds like you know more about scourges than I do.
I'm guessing. An echo of screeches. Begin to ring out throughout this space, and you hear the sounds of a pair of running feet getting louder and louder and louder.
Issa sprints toward the obelisk.
Solid.
Okay.
I sprint with.
Issa, Chengis, making beeline for this obelisk, and
I would like to be in a defensive stance.
you then see Issa and Chengis getting ambushed on either side.
How far away is the obelisk?
If you were to guess,
It's ways.
I mean, a ways. Probably the distance between the walls and where your lord's manor is. Kind of.
No coincidence there.
Nothing you can tell.
So this big obelisk is your patron?
I got no clue. To be honest.
And what the rest of you, especially Issa and Chengis, what you guys see are these humanoid individuals who look to have most of their body like Frankenstein together. One of their arms has been replaced with like this barbed blade of cold iron. Their shoulder has some embedded pieces of steel, rusted metal, and they have a torn, pale white and bloodied cloak around them. Their face and their skin pale and receding. You even see like their lips have been shredded away, only revealing a grossly yellow complexion of teeth. But their head, like a visor, you see this wide metal disc covering their nose and eyes and scalp. And they keep pointing it in the direction that they are, as though they're using it to look around before going to strike.
Jeez. Ace, I didn't know your mother hung out around here. Sorry.
Issa, one is going to try to lunge at you with a bite attack, misses you for a 3, but swings at you with his with its metal limb. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
How many of these guys are there?
2.
Shield is +4, isn't it?
5.
Alright, shield.
Shield. You see the bladed arm stumbling it back, and is just in a very animalistic hunch as it is seeking and sniffing and looking. Chengis, the other one, is going to lunge after you. That is going to be a 10 for its bite and 11 for its metal limb. Which I'm pretty sure you're able to deflect pretty easily.
Yeah.
Now they are no more than 30 feet from the rest of your party. And we're going to go into group initiative.
Ooh. Chengis, that's you.
So that is
D6, brother.
I don't get my limp bonus.
so enemies versus allies. Okay.
I'm familiar.
All right.
Go, Seth. Come on, dude.
Allies are up first. You guys have a minute to decide who's acting when.
Chengis, are you? Because it's you and Issa are there presently. Do you want to? I think maybe you two start, and then we go. Do we want to go clockwise from
Are
there?
these two? Do you guys want to be away or close?
Now I'd like to be away.
Okay, I'd like to go close to first.
You like
Well,
to-
I guess it doesn't matter because we're all going, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, do we want to just go clockwise then? Yeah. We could just go clockwise. I figured it just made the most sense since they were present. But if we're you're right. You're right,
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
you're right.
no,
Perfect. I can pick my
I
style
have-
based on what we need for it. That's right.
yeah, I have a move where I can pull people away, so I don't know.
Okay.
But I guess it's not.
What's going to be the turn order here?
I think we're just going clockwise.
Clockwise, starting with Ulrich. Okay.
TikTok, my TikTok.
Yes. Ghat'Rahg, Alric, Orin, Issa, Chengis. Okay.
I'm not.
Watch what?
All right, Ulrich. What's your move?
I'm just gonna move. Just kind of mumble to myself. Pompous and foolhardy, and I just kind of run forward.
Okay.
And I would say I'm gonna attack the beast next to this guy just with my really heavy shield and a longsword. And I'm just gonna take a swing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do it on here because it's easy. Longsword. Wait, no. I rolled damage. I'm just gonna do this. I don't know how to use machines. That is a 6.
6 plus 5.
5, 11.
11 just misses.
Oh.
Just misses.
Oh, I can roll twice. Take the higher roll. It's a 6 again. So
Wow. Oh no.
that's alright.
It's a way to die.
Yeah.
As you swing with your sword, you feel like you're able to anticipate its move, and then it turns its head as though it's glancing over at you, but you don't see its eyes with this metal disc in its head, as it just completely breaks its back a full 90 degrees, dodging your swing.
Do we have?
Hold on.
Where are they in relation to us, or are we just?
This is essentially where you guys are.
Where are they? The enemies.
Enemy.
Okay.
Yeah. And it is basically just an open, flat field of a ground covered with purple vapor.
Big load.
Issa, you were up. Unless you have a bonus action, I don't know if there's anything else you...
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't know.
So where are the creatures nearest to me? Like the one that
This guy.
This guy's attacking me.
Yep.
And then.
And this one's attacking Chengis.
Okay, gotcha.
Obelisk is due that way.
Okay. I am going to cast Thunder Wave to try to blow this guy away. Just press that button here.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't roll.
Is that a con save?
Yes, con save 14.
That is a natural 17.
Oh man.
Unaffected by your spell.
But I do have to roll on the wild magic table
Yes, sir.
now.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna take these two guys, I guess. It's just easier. Yeah. 54.
Okay.
You can take one extra action on this turn.
Holy shit! I just read that. Wow.
Magic rules.
That's sick.
Even the bad shit is cool, but
Yeah.
the good shit is so cool.
It's so cool. All right,
Okay.
an additional action. That any leveled spell even.
Wow.
For freezies?
For freezies.
I'm gonna be lame and disengage.
Fair. Full movement.
I cast disengage.
You don't have to.
Oh.
I have a shield up. You're not gonna get hit. You're fine. If you want
He
to
has a
stay
protection ability. If
I have
that
a lot.
changes.
Oh, okay.
there, just do your thing.
What? So how does that work for like attack of opportunity? Like, what does that do?
So he has an ability called protection, which if someone were to attack, he can use his reaction to impose disadvantage.
Oh, wow.
wearing protection.
Okay.
I can also give you a protective aura too, which buffs your. Or no, it reduces damage if you do get hit. So.
Yeah, so very
All right.
defensive. So do you want to action disengage, or do you want to do something else?
Yeah, I'll just move, and I'm gonna cast Sorcerer's Burst
On
this
whom?
on this mofo right here.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to move somewhere where you can get a good line of sight then. So probably somewhere in parallel with this line here. Unless you were to move, like you can go up here, you can go around this way.
Go right there.
Cool. Sorcerer's
Actually,
Burst.
Yeah, right there. Okay. That was a unnatural 20 to hit,
Yes, sir.
and then
Yes, ma'am.
miss. Yeah, miss. Unfortunately,
Unfortunately.
5 lightning damage.
5 lightning. Amazing. Okay, with your burst of lightning, Ghat'Rahg, you are up.
Ghat'Rahg is going to start like a slow jog, and in reference to his history as a performer, takes like a purple velvet cloth and waves it in front of him as he goes into a jog. Drops the cloth, changes it into a lion, and then sprints and just does a multi-attack on the one attacking Chengis.
All right. Druids for you.
So that's
Is that a biting claw?
The first one is it is just the rend. We're doing a rend. So slashing damage. So that's 20 and 12.
Both hits.
Ooh, nice.
12 just hits.
So that's it's 2d8 plus 6.
Orin, you are up with Chengis on deck.
Okay. So one is 9 damage, and one is 5 damage.
Hey.
Wow.
Rending into this monstrosity, Orin, you are up.
Retconning, silver cloth, not purple, silver.
Okay. And then keep in mind, I'll just consider Dakarin, Mizd, and Draco going on the offensive in terms of their actions. So whatever their base actions are, I don't want to cost any of them their spell slots. So cantrips for Mizd.
You want me to look up their character sheets and shit on?
No, that's fine.
I should.
That's fine. Yes. Yeah. Henry is stunned.
Still fucking freaking out.
He is freaking out. Orin, you're up.
I use an action to reach into my gray bag of tricks and pull out a fuzzy object, and I toss it.
Let's go!
How many? Is this 5 feet?
Wait, who is that?
That's Henry. I'll just have to be
sweet.
Henry.
Is this a bat? Where's the baddie up here? That baddie is prone?
Nope, this is he. This is Orin. Or not Orin. The Ghat'Rahg. I gotta fix his base.
Am I looking up which one's the
Dakar
bad?
and
Where's the
Mist
baddie
and-
at?
Dakar, Mist, and Draco.
Where are the baddies?
So Batty and Batty.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna toss a baddie right here, 20 feet ahead of me. Or not a baddie, toss a monster at 20 feet ahead of me. And I get to roll a d8 to determine which monster it is.
Okay. A D20?
A d8.
D8. I'm sorry.
One.
It is a weasel.
A weasel.
Where's that rule? I choose you!
This weasel is
Great Foley, Mike.
Little weasel's
Okay.
gonna take a little bite attack.
It's friendly to everyone, me and my companions, and it acts on my turn. I can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it takes, or give it general orders. In the absence of orders, it'll act in a fashion appropriate to its nature. That's pretty broad, is it not? Is that,
I mean, it's broad enough because you can summon a variety of things.
So I will give it a. I will use my bonus action to command it to Attack.
Okay.
The enemy.
It has a bite attack of a +5 to hit,
Okay.
with 1 damage if it hits.
Okay.
When do you
Yeah,
want
dude.
piercing?
No, it's literally just 1 piercing damage if it hits.
1T1.
Yeah, that's
T1.
Yeah, that's what. I don't know why, but
Does it actually say
Yeah,
that?
it says 1d1.
Roll your one-sided die.
Well, 15 to hit.
If 15 hits, bites into its calf. You know what's really funny? That literally brought it to the threshold of bloody.
No way.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It was at. It had taken 19 hit points, and that brought it to 20. So,
You mess with me, you mess with the weasel.
all right, Chengis Chambers, you are up, sir.
I couldn't miss this. I'm gonna break out a guiding bolt.
Okay.
Did 1
Yes.
damage.
One?
And bloody
On the one by him.
Yeah. Bloody. Alright, so I got 4d6. It's level 1. Start
Well, roll to hit.
Oh,
I believe.
46. You need a couple?
Pass me a butt heavy.
Give this guy a fucking butt.
Thank you, heavy.
Nice.
15 plus.
The 15 alone hits. Great. Go ahead and roll 46.
There's 3 for
Dude,
you.
you're about to vaporize.
And the weasel.
And the
6, 4, 4, 4.
That's a good roll.
Damn, dude.
Oh, 18?
It's not
Dude, this thing is looking real bad.
Oh.
And any further attacks against it have advantage, as per Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
We still got missed. And
Oh yeah.
Get a
Missed
weasel.
the
You got that weasel in there.
A radiant bolt of light strikes out from your mace and hits the chest and torso of this monster. As you see it just stumble back with radiant waves of heat and looking real bad. Who is going to act next is the question.
Dakaran will use his wrist bow. And he'll go for the bloody one. 12.
12 just hits.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a D4
Wow, on a
plus
5.
a D4 plus 5.
Crazy.
Oh, he rolled a 4 max damage. 9 damage.
Okay. Mist.
Mizzed.
It's so annoying, it won't let me pull up character sheets in the app for some reason.
Mist will do a brittle bone throw. That's a classic Mist move.
Classic.
And he'll like, you know, I don't know what the brittle bone throw is, but he'll like, he whatever. If he has, you know, an extruding bone,
Yeah. Perfect.
and that's
I
13
love
to
it.
hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Wow. That's a D8. These guys. That's 3. So his Q-bone bone.
3, you said?
3.
Okay. And Draco.
Draco will. Which one is he? Is he the
Dragon.
Glenn Danzig one? Who's the Glenn Danzig looking one?
The Glenn Danzig looking one is, so Dakaran, Mist, Draco.
Okay. So Draco will go 5, 10, 15, 20, and then just huck a hand axe.
Alright.
That's a 21.
Yes, sir.
D6. That's 6 damage with the hand axe.
Okay. At this point, Henry sidesteps, and you all just hear a loud explosion as he releases a blast from his arm cannon.
They got those here.
And that is a 14 to hit, which hits.
Loving these low ACs here, Mike. If we can keep these ACs low, I'll be happy.
Blasts him with his arm cannon for 7 points of damage, but you do see him taking a while to reload. This weapon does not seem the most efficient.
All right, folks. If they're gonna attack us, let's let them attack Henry while he's reloading.
Okay. D6. Who's
Nick,
rolling?
come on, brother.
Okay. I'll do it.
Oh, you don't have a D6.
I do.
Oh, you do.
Wow, Mike. Mike,
I'm shit.
Are you okay, dude?
I'm shit.
Are you okay,
Did
dude?
that guy act yet?
He attacked the first time, and
I thought that was a surprise attack.
well,
My
wait a
bad.
second. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
There wasn't.
You guys
an
went
enemy
first. You guys went first. You guys went
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
So he's going to attack Ulrich.
Sorry, Tyler.
No,
this might be your last session.
I know. And I'm not immortal like you guys, so.
We're immortal?
What?
What?
Huh?
Oh yeah, that's right. We do respawn.
Yes, yeah.
That's right. It's a video game for us.
As a bonus action, it's going to release its whale of insanity. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. I
Don't
was
let the
gonna
whale
say,
land on you.
I'm not going to be hurt by this guy unless it's something like that. 2.
2.
Yeah. That's not good.
Okay.
You receive a
That's
sharp pain within your mind that feels like a singular tone of silence. And you, for the next round, cannot take any movement. And is going to take then a multi-attack.
If you want to split the difference,
Its bite and its
he's got false life twice.
with its bite and its limb. So the
Mike did say that
the limb hits you for natural 1, so that's a
Yeah.
miss
I don't know what that
completely.
is.
But the bite is going to hit you for a dirty 20.
Does that hit?
It does hit. It does hit. Just.
Mike, you're the worst when you do that.
Come on, Mike.
Does a 20 hit?
And bites right into your neck and collarbone for 3 points of damage.
You gonna last, bro?
Yeah.
You gonna survive that?
I'll be fine.
And then you feel a nasty headache for an additional 5 points of psychic damage.
Oh, thank you.
How old it is?
I did buy
And-
a charger.
Oh, you did. Okay.
And as it bites, you all see the wounds of it begin to seal up a little
Like
After-
almost as if it was
after that bite.
Huh.
It's eating me for life sustenance.
Now we roll a d6.
Well, we already won.
Well, yeah, you already won. So
We're not re-rolling, Mike.
I will say though, because you can't move, it's going to take advantage and run back to Issa.
Opportunity. Do I get an opportunity attack?
You do have an opportunity to.
Let's go, Ulrich.
Just
If
my
you
long
want to
sword?
waste your reaction.
Wasted. What else can you do, brother?
I have a lot of reactions, actually. No, I'm not going to.
Okay, sounds good.
I know they're saved.
Hit it! It's turning away! Hit it while it turns away from you!
I'm good.
Reactions, laughter.
I'm saving those for later.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys.
Horror.
You guys decide how you want to proceed in this. If you want to do it the same, you can do it the same, or you can do it in a different order.
I'm game to just keep rolling clockwise, and then we roll with the NPCs.
Sure.
Ulrich, do you wanna rock and roll?
Sure, yeah. Let's do it.
You are frozen movement-wise. This
Yeah.
way.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Makes you say. Makes you say.
Sorry. I'm
Could
still-
you hit me with a zit? Dude.
Sorry.
No,
Like good
do
time.
not apologize. I like you for
I'm
you,
just.
brother.
I'm just sad that wasn't on the recording.
It is now.
What if I hit
It is now!
All right, I'm gonna use my psionic powers, and as he's walking away and running towards Issa,
Issa.
Esau. Go into the boss.
I'm just gonna like
He's have a gun.
kind of like hold up my shield and pull him back towards me.
Okay. How far does she move?
No, I'm pulling.
Oh, him. Okay. How far does he move?
All the way back. Just gonna pull him right back.
Oh shit.
And as I'm pulling him back, I'm just gonna pull out my sword and just put a stab in the back.
Okay, roll to hit, sir.
Epic.
Awesome.
You sir are
You sure are.
That's 12.
I think your dice are
12
Tyler.
just hits.
12 just hits though.
Sir.
Okay, and then I'm using psionic
Sonic powers.
powers. I'm just gonna add psychic damage to that.
Let's
For
go.
psionic
Whoa.
damage, so that's 6. And so
Psychic damage. Gonna hurl a couple insults.
That's right.
Yeah, no, we're needing to look at your character sheet for an extra 10 seconds is quite fast for this group.
Alright.
Yeah, you're
And
breaking.
I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking for myself.
That's 14.
14!
Yeah.
Mister is non-bloodied.
Is that the last one?
Last one. Yeah. Issa, you're up.
Anyone got a third?
That was an action surge. By the way.
That was an action surge. Okay. Yes, because you probably would have had to do that to
Pull
pull.
was an action.
For sure. Nice. Okay.
Dude, we missed you at Luke's birthday.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
Fighters are
it
so
was crazy.
underrated.
Yeah, that's
There
that
was
cool.
there was a
Yeah,
million
pull
people.
it
That's,
back
I
every time.
love that.
Yeah.
There was a Smash
You're a
tournament.
fighter?
Yeah.
Grayson
you're a
played
paladin.
super
Wow,
well.
that's great.
Mike played
Fighter.
poorly. Luke played super well.
I was devastated both times.
Dude, I felt so bad because you lost in the same fashion both games. It was crazy.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
I'm hurling a chromatic orb at this mofo.
Cool. That seems
So
convenient.
Well, Tides of Chaos is like you basically re-roll anything, so that's why they force you to do the wild magic.
That
but
makes sense.
Yeah.
The choosing to do it or to not do it.
I
does
want
not
to
make
eat
sense.
fire now.
Yeah.
Anywho,
I'm gonna turn into a
potted plant.
Keebler elf. Yeah.
I'm sorry. So go ahead with your turn.
yeah. So
Chromatic orb?
So does 12 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Let's see that damage.
We're doing 3d8. Lightning. Ooh, okay. Alright, so that's 13 points of damage.
Issa, how do you want to do this?
So, hurling the chromatic orb, I think it like hits his sternum and just like kind of like almost like an explosive manner from within his sternum, just sort of, you know, bit by bit explosion.
You guys see spraying out ichors of black and blue blood being eviscerated from this monster as various body parts are being spread across the ground.
When you say chromatic orb, it makes me think of like you're like
Yeah,
you're like Kevin McAllister's twin sister throwing a Christmas ornament.
You still have the momentum coming towards me.
Yeah.
It just explodes.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
mouth.
You're tasting it. It's in your mouth.
I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
All right, I've been pretty hot so far. No longer.
10.
Did I roll the same?
Unnatural 1.
The twos.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
7.
Did anyone get 12 or higher?
Good job.
I need you three to roll D100, please.
Whoa! For damage.
For damage.
No.
You take 87 points of damage.
Are you bloodied? No, you rolled over. You rolled a 20.
Yeah, just Ghat'Rahg, Issa,
Just for
and
folks who
Ulrich.
rolled below.
That was the
Oh, rolled below?
Yeah.
above.
Oh.
So, well, okay. The DC was 12. So if
Below
you got
12.
Below a 12, you roll a D1.
Oh,
I wanted to roll a dice anyway.
Oh yeah, dude.
47. That's a.
I'm assuming the higher the better, right?
Is it 47 or is it 74?
Well, he's 47.
Well, if you were rolling on the wild magic table, you would have been invisible. So
I was supposed to do one of
Yeah,
these.
you're 47 too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You both rolled 47.
That's
That is
crazy. Wow.
I was supposed to roll one. I'll roll one.
Let it be known
It's supposed to be.
That's
to the
fucked up,
podcast
79.
listeners that me and Tyler just both rolled a 47 out of 100.
Yeah, if everyone could crunch the numbers on like the probability of that.
That's pretty bonkers.
Yeah, it's like 1 out of 100.
So I'll,
2 out of
yeah, it's
like-
double.
2 out of 1,000.
to go in order,
Whatever
Ulrich,
count
what
you-
did you get?
79 was my actual number.
79.
Is it 1 out of 100?
This is a different microphone this week, I just noticed.
It is. This
Not
is
one of
this
them.
is not Chad's. This is mine.
Fuck you, Chad.
Yeah.
If you're noticing the
thumbs up
crystal
for Chad.
noticing the crystal clear quality this week, that's because
Thumbs up for the
we dumped
locals.
Chad.
That was so funny.
That was the best.
Ulrich,
Luke was on point last week.
Yeah, he was cooking.
you experience an overpowering urge to eat, specifically anything as strange as dirt, slime.
The blood that may have landed in your
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah, that's right.
I thought you were gonna say fire, and I was like, "This again?
Yeah, again.
Really?
We're running out of ideas already, Mike.
Already?"
Issa, what did you get?
Issa got 96.
That's a high number.
It's a good number.
I'll come back to you.
Big number.
Ghat'Rahg, what did you get?
You fitting. You're permadead.
15?
Fitting.
You feel yourself retreating into your mind and are overcome by this presence of this realm. And for the moment, you feel yourself paralyzed.
In my line form of like paws against my head.
That's right. You all see Ghat'Rahg like not moving and not willing to move. But maybe if you hurt him a little, he might.
Hurt him? He might what? He might move?
You might
might
no longer be
die.
paralyzed.
If you hurt him a little, he might die.
And at this point, you all then look around, get your bearings. You see the obelisk ahead and its beaming eye of red. And Issa falls unconscious.
There's an eye in there.
You are in
I haven't pulled out that thing.
this realm together, heading towards this ominous obelisk.
Wait, we're in a room now?
Obelisk.
Realm, not room.
Oh,
Yeah.
That doesn't really work, I guess.
Can I carry Frodo Baggins here?
You can carry Frodo Baggins.
Throw you back in there.
Is anyone trying to?
If I can't carry your burden,
Is anyone trying to get Ghat'Rahg back up to back to reality? Oop, there goes gravity.
I could smack him.
Right. Give me an attack roll.
Can it be like so? How do I?
Like an unarmed strike. Essentially.
Okay.
Go punch the lion.
Is that a crit? It's a crit. What's your strength modifier? just what's your strength modifier?
+5.
Okay,
Wait, no, hold on. +3.
So you deal 6 points of damage to Ghat'Rahg.
Just go straight
You straight uppercut this lion.
You just want to maybe pat my shoulders or administer a healing potion or something.
Hey, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Just a fucking uppercut.
Well, with Ghat'Rahg
walk the plank.
with his jaw just wounded, you come to, and you can either be in your lion form or your own natural form, but I think this is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh my god. I think I glitch. I like glitch. Like you see like glitch.
Yeah.
Back to human form.
Like the reverse of Animorphs in the book. when it just sees like the boy turning into a lion, but just the opposite of that.
There was your hands were tied. There was nothing else you could do. So yeah, I guess it's fine.
He just punched you into a man.
You know, I was just thinking on my feet.